Sea days are where cruise life really happens. Hi, I'm Gary Dean. I've been to over 70 countries on 34 cruises in 3.5 years. So when you first start cruising and you see a sea day, what's that? That's the day between ports. So sometimes you embark and it takes a sea day to get you to the first port, or but it's sometimes you just get to the first port the next day. But it's the gaps, the sea days, and I always like that expression, vitamin C day. Getting your medicine. And after I cruised a lot, I did 34 cruises. I like the sea days, especially if it's a lot of ports. So you're go. It's nice if you can put your feet up, kick back, not be in a hurry. Because on a port day, it's pretty much a busy schedule. You need to, and it's going to be busy. The ship will be alive. Everyone wants to eat breakfast and get ready to get off. So breakfast is going to be hectic. Be patient. Just be patient. Get through the breakfast. Then, do the excursion, get back, get your dinner. Everyone's eating dinner at the same time. We all got back the same time. Now we're all eating dinner at the same time. So hectic. Sea day is just totally the opposite. If you're like me and you're on a routine, then when I go up for breakfast, I eat breakfast same time every day. And on a sea day, there'll be nobody there. Be many empty tables, which is good for me. I like that. It's relaxing. And breakfast is, I'm in no hurry. I can enjoy my coffee, my breakfast. On sea days, there'll be many more activities planned by the cruise staff. So there'll be lots more trivia, lots more bigger, things in the theater, Deal or No Deal, Wheel of Fortune, those kind of, there'll be afternoon things going on. Sometimes in the mornings, there'll be a lot of fitness things going on. In the afternoon, sometimes dance classes with the performers from the theater. They'll be there doing dance classes. So you always have to check the schedule. And on sea days, the schedule will be double of non-sea days. Now, even on port days, there'll be activities because not everybody gets off in the ports. So there'll always be stuff all the time. But on sea days, there's a lot more to do. So the other things you can do, there's a library usually. You can go get a book if you like to read. There's a game room that'll have lots of games you can play, or bring a deck of cards and just play card games. Sometimes there's puzzles put out. If you do a repositioning cruise, transatlantic, transpacific, those kind of ones, they'll put huge puzzles out. Because you're going to be 3-4 days in a row of sea days, right? Some people think, a sea day, what am I going to do? Well, what are you going to do for 4 days, right? For me, I'm going to read a lot. I'm going to rest a lot. Because I know once we get over to the other side, it's going to be port. Get to the airport, fly. So it's, I'm resting up, charging up my batteries, getting ready for the big, the big action once we get to the other side. And on a sea day, I like the quiet moments, just the quietness of the ship, right? It's not it's not loud, it's not busy, it's not hectic. The only hectic part's going to be by 10 o'clock around the pool. It's going to be a lot of people trying to find chairs and that. So if you're planning on doing that, get out there early. They don't really like you to save that chair for a long time, so best to be sitting in it. Get yourself organized and get in your chair, soak up the sun. That's one of the great things to do on a sea day is just be out in the sun, enjoy. If it is bad weather, then be in the lounges, be in the viewing observation deck lounge, looking out the windows, watching the scenery, thinking about things. What I find in the quietness of the cruising is I get a chance to really ponder. They talk, the monks go up on the mountain for the peace and the quiet and the ability to think. And on a sea day, that's what I get. I get, the quietness of the ship and the time to, what's up, what's my plan. That's what I'm mainly doing, is planning my next trips or my next move in life, what I'm going to do. So I really like the slow rhythm of a sea day. No hustle, no bustle. Can not go, just can wander slowly, do the ship, get everything organized. Sometimes it's a good day to get the laundry in if it's a long cruise, right? Pull the laundry out, get it all sorted out and get that turned in. It's a good day to make sure to talk to the room steward, make sure everything's getting freshed up. Let's change everything out. We got time today. Things like that. Take advantage of the sea day. Listen to music. Listen. Read your books. Read magazines. If you forgot to bring them, find them on the ship. Do some shopping. That's another sea day thing, right? The gift shops will be open all the time. The jewelry stores, just the t-shirts. Sometimes they'll have a big sale on the deck. You can go up there and stock up on stuff. Just really can, be a day of shopping. The ship turns into a mall almost on a sea day. If you like to gamble, the casinos will be open and going full blast. If you don't like to gamble, but you just like something to do, you can go watch that. The entertainment will be everywhere. The bars will all have all their different singers. We'll all be playing in every bar. And the atrium will usually have lots of entertainment going on in the lobby of the ship. They'll have a piano players or the 3 or 4 piece bands going, entertaining everybody. The big shows will usually be on sea days at the theater. If there's like a couple Broadway productions, it'll be on a sea day night. They're not going to do it on a port day night because everybody's busy and gets back late and whatnot. So it'll be on sea days. That's when you're going to get your best shows, the big production shows. And the main shows is what you want to. I don't want to miss those. I always catch those. I enjoy that part of the cruising. And that's sea day is when you're going to get those. So again, I always check my what's happening tomorrow newsletter they put in the mailbox every night, and I get a plan first thing in the morning. Start looking what's happening today and schedule my day around it. I also sea day I usually nap. The ship's rocking, kind of gets you a little bit tired, helps knock me out, helps me relax, and I do. I just I don't got nothing to do anyways. So I sleep. And if you're like me and you're still working, then a sea day is a great day to catch up on my work, right? Fire up the laptop, get 2-3 hours in, get work done that if tomorrow's a port day, get work done so I don't have to do it tomorrow during the port day. It's already busy enough, and now I need to work too. So I try to get my work caught up, be ahead of the game. I've got to work a little bit every day, but more on port days. For me, I really find sea days to be underrated. People always worried about that. And after I've cruised so much, I've did all these Trans-Pacifics, Transatlantics. My record's probably 6 sea days in a row. I've got caught in storms on cruise ships where they had to cancel stops going from Seattle to Japan, and at least 6 sea days, maybe 7. And I just get my routine doesn't change. When I'm on port days, the port time, that routine changes, but the breakfast and the dinner and the nights, my routine is the same. So only thing I fill in on sea days is that middle part, and a lot of times that's going to be more work, a nap, more reading, and more walking the ship. That's the other thing I can do on sea days is get more exercise, right? I'll walk for an hour in the mornings, and then I'll walk for an hour in the afternoons. Just get more exercise, stay healthy, keep the energy up, be ready for the next adventure. Don't want to be slacking on my health. After I've been on cruises that are all ports, like Caribbean, I'm really grateful when I get on a ship that has sea days.